let's face it, nobody saw this pandemic coming. And all businesses, all consumers, everyone in our country, everyone in the world is having trouble economically making ends meet. From businesses to homeowners, people with all types of jobs, all types of careers. The good news is there's a solution for our success. We don't have to experience this terrible tragedy. Many people may experience a loss in what is being said here to be a potential double dip recession with over apparently there's over a 50% chance of a double dip recession, says Stephen Roach here September 24th 2020. There's a solution, and I'm going to tell you about it in just a minute. Let's start with a story that explains what it is that I've been working on over the last couple of years and gives you a working example of how it's possible to take a poor situation and utilize digital online technologies to grow your business, whatever it is, and make a lot more money than you already are, no matter what the situation, by utilizing certain tactics that are secret to a lot of people, but they're very simple, and with the right type of implementation, especially if you utilize the right influencers, you can utilize this strategy for your business and you can potentially make more money than you've ever made, even during an absolute crisis. About 6 years ago, I got on board creating citations and reviews and photos for map systems that are on cell phone apps, they're on search, they're on Apple, they're on Android. It's on every device that anyone's carrying in their pocket. And having worked with strategic marketing strategies from search engine optimization to digital marketing, geo-targeting marketing, billboards, yellow pages, you name it. 6 years ago, I realized, these maps applications are exponentially increasing in use, and if I had become a contributor to these map systems and develop myself as an influencer within these systems, my rank will give me the opportunity to help other businesses. Okay, so let's fast forward a little bit. 5 years into that process, I found a friend who was in desperate need for sales. He was going around and he was putting sales flyers, under every car that had a dent from hailstorms. He was putting a little sales flyer under the windshield wiper, and 1 out of 100 cars or less would call. And so they would literally wait around. They would find parking lots where people in stores, and hail may have hit recently, and they would literally wait around and try to desperately find these people that had hail on their car so they could talk to them and be like, hey, we'll help you with your hail damage, because they can make up to like $10,000 per customer. So, in desperation, if you can get 10 grand just for finding a customer, sure, wait around for them, right? Well, when you have a wife and kids and a family, sitting around all day trying to find one customer when you have employees and such, 10 grand actually doesn't necessarily amount to that much if you have to pay for other people in your business, and you know they all have a portion of that money, and a lot of the profit goes towards your business expenses. So actually 10 grand really isn't that much for them, especially if they're spending all of their time trying to get the sales. They can't even work on the cars in the first place. Well, it just so happened that on this moment of crisis where they didn't know how they were going to get ahead, and they had hired sales guys at commission. They couldn't pay them hourly because they didn't even have any money. Well, the sales guys weren't getting any cars. So, I mean, they had a whole crew of 4 or 5 sales guys, but none of them were getting cars. So, bam, enter a maps influencer who understands how to get citations and has been doing this for 5 years. Well, what was I able to do at the time? Within 30 days, I had brought them 10 customers automatically, straight through the internet. That allowed them to have an income of at least $100,000, and they were able to actually work on the cars and not do sales themselves. So they were actually able to get ahead. Within 90 days, I was bringing in 30 cars a month. They made over $1 million from my marketing that I personally did for them. And I even automated the whole process because I built a website, and I wrote all this content, and I created a viral loop system where the intake process actually gave people a incentive to then create a 5-star review and a referral system. And so not only did I succeed in bringing in these sales, but I even created a viral loop system that meant that the average customer referred more customers because they were incentivized to do such. Well, without going into a lot of detail on that, because depending on where you're at and depending on your budget, I may not have time or the capacity to create a viral loop for you. That being said, though, just a little bit of work per month might bring you the budget to where you can afford a full-on seasonal marketing campaign where I help you out. And, I'm talking businesses with 7 figures and 8 figures. Those are the people that I have been helping out for the most part. And this goes back all the way to 2005, 2004. I helped a health food store make $18 million within a year and a half. So I have a track record of finding solutions to make businesses money. Back then I made a newsletter, I made billboards, I did search engine optimization. There's a huge variety of things that I could do to help you out. But what am I here to talk about right now? Well, I want to talk about, how can you make money right now? The holidays are coming, right? Are you ready? Are you going to make more money than you made last year? Are you going to make anywhere near the amount of money as you made last year? If not, I have a solution for you. I can take my personal influencer rank, and for a small rate, way less than you'd pay a sales guy, way less. I'm not even charging you commission, and my services are built on flexible pricing structures, so we can even scale things out so that you don't even have to pay much up front. And the bottom line is, we're talking millions and millions of views on Google Maps that my account personally has. Look right here. I have 5,977,863 views simply to my personal Maps account. And that's just one account that I have set up. and that's just on Google alone. There's a lot of other systems out there, and this is just one little piece of what I can share with you. But I guarantee you, I can get you way more sales before Thanksgiving, way more sales before Black Friday, way more sales before Christmas comes. And even during an economic crisis when we're facing potential tragedy and everyone is struggling, it just so happens, it's a fact that more sales are happening online than ever before. Word of mouth sales are out the window. How many people are walking around referring your customers right now? There's less people on the streets, less people on the roads than there's ever been in history. This is a crisis, and it is what it is. We're going to get over it, and we can get over it together. We can get over it before the crisis is over. At an economic level, there are ways to reduce our problems and increase our capacity for sales, to bring in more customers, to have a larger outreach, and I can help you with that personally. And I'm available to you right now before the holidays to make this happen. The solution is quite simple. Here's an example of some of the citations that I've created, and if you'd like to see, a good example, let's see if I can find, looking for a cafe. I mean, any of these are a good example here. Should show the cafe. Weird. Let's say you're an antique shop and your sales are down. You literally have no customers. This photo right here has 55,000 views. Just this photo alone. These guys that I helped out here, they wrote me a personal thank you letter, and were so grateful that I helped their business out. It's not easy to build an account up to this level, but it is possible. It took me 6 years to get to this. I've brought 117 businesses over 5 million views, and you're probably wondering, what does that equate to for me? Well, let's go back to the hail repair company. Their average product is $10,000. They were getting 30 sales per month. They started with 0. Literally 0. So let's say you have 0 sales right now, and you're an antique shop. I might be able to bring you 30 customers a day. It really depends on your location. It depends on the number of people within a 5 to 10 mile radius, potentially further depending on the traffic in that area. The bottom line is that this is something that will increase your sales no matter what. And it will increase your sales for the long run. And you don't have to spend 6 years building out your account. I'm willing to help you out personally. As long as you have a high quality product or service, I'm willing to help you straight away before the holidays. I have references. I'm offering free quotes to help you out. I'll give you cited examples to show you how this works. And you don't have to risk the economic collapse that could happen for your business, that may happen throughout the whole economy. If you focus on getting ahead right now, if you have a sales strategy for your business to get ahead right now, and you choose a solution that is viable, that is proven, that will work for your business, you don't have to fall, you don't have to fail, and you can make more money than you've been making all year right now. So what are you waiting for? You can go to webdesignleader.com here, and you can click get started to get a free quote. You can give me a shout at 256-333-5559. You can email me at abe@webdesignleader.com. You can come on here to the website, do a live chat if you want. If you go fill out the free quote, we'll schedule a time to meet, whether it's remote conferencing or in person. Just depends on availability, and with the current COVID situation, we'll probably meet remotely on the first time. But this is something that can be done for any business throughout the United States, and it only takes 1 to 4 weeks to build this process out and to see results. Some of the other marketing strategies that I have to offer you will give you more long-term results as well. And this is one that we can build and build and build. So the first month, you might get a boost by 10 to 30%. The second month, you might get a boost by 30 to 50%. The third month, you might get a boost by 50 to 100%. We're talking monthly exponential growth based on the amount of input that is put into this process. You could start 6 years ago, and it would take you 6 years to get to where I'm at right now. At the moment, I'm willing to take my 6 years and give you that presence and share that ability as a viable strategy to increase the sales for your business right now, before the holidays, before your big sales are coming up. Just give me a shout. I'll gladly help you out. You don't have to worry about what's to come for your business. You have a working strategy available for you right now.